Oh, well, stupendous. Stupendous. The most stupendous two-night event in WrestleMania history. The most stupendous two-night event in all of entertainment. Right? And all that stuff that they say. Listen. Marvelous, fabulous, wonderful, great, grand, wonderful, bloody-tastic. That's what WrestleMania is going to be this year, right? Wrestling fans, all that stuff that WWE has said about it. Listen, we all want it to be that way. We all want WrestleMania to be the best card that WWE can possibly get. We want it to be the best card that it can possibly be. We want it to come off as something memorable. We want it to be like what wrestling shows, what we used to see, in a sense of it's not one of those shows that after we get done seeing it the first time, well, there's no sense in going back and watching it a second. WrestleMania, SummerSlam, all these shows that we watch monthly, all these pay-per-views that we watch monthly, even Raw and SmackDown. When we were growing up, that wasn't the case. You know, when we go back on Peacock these days, especially me, when I go back, you know, the stuff that I watch as far as wrestling is concerned, WWE content is concerned, it's not from this era. Unless it's the monthly pay-per-views. It's not. What we're getting for WrestleMania 38 speaks volumes on why. Johnny Knoxville going after the Intercontinental Championship. You know, I'm going to be honest with you. It would have been great if we would have just carried on the rival between Nakamura and Sami Zayn to WrestleMania. If this is what we were going to get, I'd rather have seen that carried over than seeing this. You know, it's one thing if Johnny Knoxville and is a referee, is a manager, ring announcer, commentator, then gets involved and costs Sami Zayn the Intercontinental title, you know, or attempts to, something like that. Not pulling a Jay Leno that WCW did. When Jay Leno was in the squared circle, putting a armbar on Hulk Hogan. It's two different things. Now, I could be wrong, and Sami Zayn could have a okay match with Johnny Knoxville. But chances are, that's probably not going to happen. Now, I would rather see, just like you all, at least most of you all would rather see, somebody go after the IC strap at WrestleMania and take that title and bring some prestige back to it. You know, growing up, what we saw with the Intercontinental strap was a working man's title. Was the match that if you wanted that 20 or 30 minute match that was the best match on the card from start to finish, it was the IC strap. That's what I remember growing up. Almost always Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Mr. Perfect. The list goes on. You know, even if you wanted, and growing up, even with the fun era of with the IC strap, with like the Godfather and things like that. Listen, that was okay too, but you didn't have celebrities going after championships. They were in certain positions at the big events. They were placed in certain areas, like commentary, refs, so on and so forth. What else did we see tonight on SmackDown? Paul Heyman announced that, this match is bigger than Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant. This match is bigger than Austin and The Rock. Listen. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. Okay, listen. Brock Lesnar, I like this rivalry. Okay, I do. I like this feud. We all are enjoying the ride. Okay, there's some things I'm sure that everybody that is watching me would agree that we wish they would have done differently. But we are enjoying the Brock Lesnar Roman Reigns feud that they've been given to us. But let's put this into perspective. Okay, Paul Heyman. Okay, I love you. Bruce Pritchard. Brother Love. Let's put this into perspective. Brock Lesnar and Roman versus Roman Reigns is not on the same level as Andre Hogan. It's not on the same level as Rock Austin. It's not. You can't put this rival, this feud. How many times has Brock faced Roman? WrestleMania 31, WrestleMania 34, SummerSlam 2017. They faced each other in that fatal four-way contest, fatal four-way or fatal five-way for the Universal Championship when Brock Lesnar was the Universal Champion. They faced each other when Brock Lesnar came back. This time around. They were going to face each other at day one. They faced each other at the Royal Rumble. They're facing each other at WrestleMania 38. How many times do we have to see these guys face each other? I hope at WrestleMania, even though we're enjoying this rival, it is for the final time. When Brock faces somebody again, it's against someone different. That's what I'm hoping. Once this is done, I hope we don't see Brock versus Roman. I hope we don't. We never really felt that way about Austin and The Rock. We never felt that way about Andre and Hogan. The two times that we really remember about Andre and Hogan was WrestleMania 3, the build to WrestleMania 3, and then Saturday night's main event. Yes, they were in a rival, throughout that time period, and they had, confrontations back and forth. But it wasn't like matches. Andre came out and shook Hogan's neck and stuff, leading the Saturday night's main event. And that's what led to the championship matchup. And, of course, the fact that, Andre was jealous and was mad because of the fact that he thought he won at WrestleMania 3. And, of course, all that stuff led up to WrestleMania 4. Listen, all that great stuff. the friendship that Hogan and Andre had, and then Andre turning heel and joining Bobby Heenan. You can't compare this to what they did in 1987 and 1988. Rock and Austin, come on. Give me a break. WWE. Having Paul Heyman feed that line on SmackDown tonight. You've got to be kidding me. The Rock and Stone Cold. The corporate champ versus the Texas Rattlesnake. Back and forth. Listen, main event Mania 3 times. It was great. I mean, absolutely fantastic. And it wasn't one of those feuds that we looked at and said, well, this is a guaranteed, we know who's going to win. Every single time they faced each other. Now, did they face each other some, like at a Backlash and things like that? Of course. Of course they did. But you can't compare what Austin and The Rock did, tearing the house down every single event they faced each other, to this. You can't do it. Y'all let me know what you're thinking in the comments below. Do you think Brock and Roman Reigns is on the same level of two of the greatest feuds in the history of the WWE, and Andre and Hogan and Rock and Austin? Or better yet, Undertaker's streak. When he had mentioned Undertaker's streak. Now, I was at WrestleMania 30 when that took place, when Brock Lesnar broke the streak. I'm going to be honest with you, seeing it live, that was probably one of the worst WrestleMania matches I've ever seen live. But as we all know, that's couldn't be helped. That could not be helped. But, that being compared to that, no, I'm sorry. Now, outside of all this, we saw Ronda Rousey versus Sonya Deville next week. Sonya Deville attacking Ronda Rousey. Okay, WWE letting Ronda Rousey warm up some inside the squared circle before she takes on and defeats Charlotte at WrestleMania. Because that's exactly what's going to happen. She will defeat Charlotte. She's not coming back. And I really believe this. That she's not just coming back for a short stint in WWE. And then Fox is just like, no, we want Ronda Rousey here, but we don't want a title on her or anything. Give me a break. Of course they want a title on her. She's another golden goose for Fox because of her connection with what she's done in UFC and stuff like that as well. So another big time player. Of course they want her to be a champ. So listen, Ronda Rousey going to destroy, absolutely brutalize Sonya Deville next week. And really, nothing else happened on SmackDown tonight. Nothing else happened. The New Day beat Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza. I'm questioning why. Why we're doing this 50-50 booking again. Why Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo have to take a back seat. I'm questioning, since how they get momentum 1 week or 2 weeks and they have to take a step back. Why are we doing this? The New Day have seen their day. Okay, they have seen their day as far as a major tag team winning tons of championships in WWE. Give the time to someone else. And that was about it. Usos will beat the Viking Raiders next week, if the match happens. Quite frankly, I think that the tag title matchup should just go on WrestleMania's card. Whether it's the pre-show or whether it's on the actual event, it should be Viking Raiders versus Usos at WrestleMania. And other than that, wrestling fans, nothing happened on SmackDown that is really worth talking about. Nothing. So let me know what you're thinking in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel today. Hit that bell button so you get notified every time that I upload a video to this channel. Go back and check out anything you missed. A lot of great content on the channel right now. And of course, until I see you again, this is Webby. And I'll catch all of you on the other side. Talk to you later.